Hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I am Susan. I'm your hostess. What is in your cleaners? Y'all go to the store and look at the labels on the cleaners that you buy, and you will see a list of items there that you have no idea why it's even in the product. This is why I'm doing the Cleaning Hacks 24, hosted by me, and this is an open collaboration challenge to any of the channels out there that wants to jump on board. All you have to do is include that hashtag, tag me in the title and the description, and include the playlist, of course, in the description box below your video. And if you're not already a friend of this channel and you want to jump on board, I would suggest that you would friend me as well so that we can make sure that I get that information, because sometimes YouTube doesn't send it over, folks. So you need to make sure that you have friended me as well. Now, this collaboration will be going on until December the 30th of 2024, and then around January the 2nd of 2025, I'm going to do a summary video. So today, I am going to tackle dust in my house. Dust is a big issue when you live out in the country or in the city for that matter, because I've had dust in both places and it was always a constant battle to keep the dust down, and you get dust mites if you don't keep it down. So you want to dust your house frequently. Your furniture needs to be vacuumed and so forth, including your bed. You can take some baking soda and sprinkle on any of the fabrics. Let it sit for a few minutes and then vacuum it up, and you'll have fresh smelling bed and a fresh smelling couch or chair in your living room, etc., etc. So you've got tip number one. So I found this dust-free cleaner, and I do not remember the website, but if I come across it again, I will link it below in the description box. This is a dust-free cleaner. It calls for 2 cups of water, 1/4 cup of 5% vinegar, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 3 drops of dish soap, and 20 drops of essential oil. And I'm probably going to stick to my favorites right now. I like rosemary. I like cypress. I like lavender. So I'm probably going to stick to those, but you could use a germ fighter. You could use clary sage, which is another one that's really good. Of course, eucalyptus is always a winner. Tea tree oil is very good as a germ fighter. And I've got spearmint in here. And then I've got respiratory ease. This is actually for my respiratory. So I've got quite a few to choose from, and we're going to get this put together. So let's get to it. You're going to need a 16-ounce spray bottle. I get these over by the ironing boards and stuff in Walmart. They're about $5, I think. They're glass because it's got an essential oil in it, and it's also going to have an oil in it. You don't want to use plastic because that will break down your plastics. So I'm going to remove my sprayer and get my bottle set up with my funnel. And I'm going to start with the vinegar. So I'm using a 5% acid vinegar. Make sure you're checking the labels because they are selling things that are not 5% in the store. So you want to make sure you're getting a good quality vinegar. So I've got my 1/4 cup. I'm just going to pour that into the funnel. Kind of lift it up to get that air out of there. And I'm going to set this aside. Vinegar can be quite strong, so you want to watch how much vinegar you're using. I'm also going to need a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm going to be using some extra virgin olive oil because that's exactly what I have on. And I'm going to pour this over the funnel because I do not want it to go everywhere. And I've set a paper towel on my counter so I can absorb any of the oils or any of the liquid spilt. We're going to need essential oils. And I'm going to use some cypress. You're going to need about 20 drops, but I like to go heavy on it, so you could just go. So that's about 15 drops right there. You can go as heavy or as light as you want to go. I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one I need my little dropper for. So if you never used one of these, you put the dropper in that little hole there. Turn it upside down, squeeze the air out. And I may not have any of this left in the bottle. It looks like it's empty. So we'll have to do something else. We'll do the lavender. And again, I'm going to use the dropper on this one. Oh, there it goes. So about 15 drops of that. And because I didn't have the rosemary, I'm going to put a little bit of clary sage in this. So about 10 drops of the clary sage in there. And I'm just going to give that a little swirl. I'm going to go ahead and add my water. I'm going to add my soap last, because if you add the water, it's going to bubble. I mean, if you add the soap first, it's going to bubble. So we're going to go ahead and fill this bottle up. Okay. Didn't quite take all of the water. I don't want it to overflow. And I'm just going to drop about 3 drops out of my soap bottle here. You can use castile soap, or you can use your dish soap, whichever one you have on hand. We're going to remove that, get this sprayer in there. You also want to make sure that you have labeled what you're using and the instructions on it. And so I'm going to give this a good shake. And we're going to make sure that this sprayer is spraying. And it is. And that's basically all we're going to do, folks. We're going to get in there and we're going to do a little dusting in my living room. You need some old rags. I use old t-shirts for dusting. That's washable. You could use paper towels, but why would you want to leave lint off the paper towels behind? So let's get in there and try this out and see how it works. Alright, I'm in a dark corner of my living room, y'all. This is our entertainment center, and we have a bookcase that we keep all our CDs and our CDs and DVDs are all in this, and other objects at the bottom. So I'm not going to pull out everything, but I am going to dust that top shelf and pull these pictures off and dust here. And it should leave a nice clean scent, but every time you use this, you want to shake it. But first I've got to unload everything off of here. So give me a moment to do that. So here we go. And it is quite dusty up here. Let me show you. It is quite the mess. And I'm kind of short, so I can't really reach as much as I want to. Damp dusting is actually better for you because you're not throwing all that dust up in the air. Look at that, y'all. Because it's so dusty, I'm going to go over it again. you should be dusting all of your sound equipment and everything, entertainment equipment, on a regular basis. So that's just from one shelf, y'all. Yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. We're going to get everything put back. So I'm just going to use this cloth like it is. It's still damp. We're going to get this American flag up here. Back where we keep it. Dust off my little shelf that I keep up here. And my oil lamp. Then I haven't even taken the tag off of y'all. But I'm just going to dust this down. Go ahead and remove that tag. Just give that a good dusting. And I usually put that at a corner. And this is a good time for me to take down my winter decorations and replace everything with my spring as I'm going along. So I have a little cross that goes on top over here. And I'm taking down my winter card collection, and I'm going to put up a picture up here. Now, I think I'm going to put the car up here. This is a little car radio that belonged to my dad. Well, thank you, friends, for coming along with me while I do a little bit of housekeeping, and light housekeeping, I should say, because it's not that heavy. But you want to make sure that you label your bottle. You put your directions on the bottle so that you don't have to go search for that recipe the next time you need it refilled. This is inexpensive by a long shot compared to what I'm paying for stuff in the store. Even with, you know, purchasing a essential oil, it still comes out, I think, a little bit cheaper. So anyway, simple ingredients. I know exactly what's in here. I don't have to read that long list of ingredients and try to figure out what I'm bringing into my home off of the store-bought brand name stuff. And it did a wonderful job cleaning, and I have no dust. It's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So I would suggest at least dusting once a week, if not twice a week, depending on the area that you live in. I do know some people that dust every day. I'm not that particular about keeping it completely dust-free. It's just me and my husband here. But you do want to keep the dust down, keep the dust mites down, and this is a great way to do that. I've got a ceiling fan to finish. I've got a room to finish out dusting, and then I'm going to move on to something else that I need to be working on today. If you like this idea of hashtag cleaninghacks24, it is an open collaboration. Anybody can join in. Make sure that you tag me in the title and the description and include that hashtag, and include the playlist in your description box so others can find the playlist, because I want everybody joining in so we can learn tricks and tips from one another. This is a dust-free cleaner, pennies on the dollar, literally pennies on the dollar to make. And it does not smell like vinegar. It smells actually like the essential oils. So it's a great, great cleaner and duster to have on hand. The only thing I wouldn't use it on is granite, because it contains vinegar, and if you have metal pieces like I did, that one box, you don't want to use it on that. Well, friends, this is it. This is a wrap. May you be fully blessed.